All right.
Hello.
That should do it.
We're back. So yeah, let us know if it starts cutting out. And D-Man, we now believe you. Well, at least I do. Alex probably believed you already.
I believe nothing. I believe no one ever, including myself.
So
especially myself.
Yeah. Hopefully we don't cut out now. That'll be good.
That would be nice. That would be nice. Hilda was just and eats ice cream for the final container. That's how you do it.
Hold on, wait.
That is how you do it.
Oh yes.
Like a boss. Ice cream like a boss. That's how you fucking do it.
Oh, there's a different way to eat ice cream?
You just eat the entire carton. In cardboard and I'll just unhinge the jar and now it's like a cartoon character. It's like Scooby-Doo. Like,
have you ever tried to
swallow it and you can see the box as it's going through the, yeah.
Have you ever stuck your teeth into ice cream?
Never again.
Never again.
My teeth are sensitive to cold.
Hot and cold?
So,
or just cold?
Specifically cold. Because if I chomp on ice cream, it murders my face.
Everyone has that.
Probably.
But I'm assuming you are probably worse.
I think I am.
Right.
I think I am because I'm a special snowflake.
Alex, the mug of whatever random liquid it is, believe me.
You'll have to trust that it's water.
Yes.
It's Alex's happy go-go juice now. It's just water.
But
Secret World's pretty cool. Beat the main part of the game. The main part of the game meaning like the base game, which is issues 1 through 3. They're up to 13. I have the first 12. 13 just came out. So I beat the game, but there is so much more, and I've put in 160 hours in this fucker. So we've got our work cut out for us. This is a monster of a game, but totally worth it.
I'm wondering how much time I put into Kerbal before it was on Steam. Because I looked at my Kerbal when I was on Steam yesterday, and it's only 120 hours, and I was like, I know.
Yeah. Yeah,
I know I've played more than 120 hours of this game. So.
But I guess that'd have been before the
Steam release.
Yeah.
So it would be back in early fucking alpha, pretty much.
What was that? 2011.
Yeah.
That was
that was like the third iteration of the game.
Damn, I didn't realize that.
Brad and I had been playing, I had been playing because Dave referenced it to me.
Yeah.
From either the first or the second.
Oh.
And I remember when Kerbal only had a fucking launch pad.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that too.
Just the one launch pad.
Yep. Humble beginnings.
It was.
Those were desperate times.
D-Man, haven't been playing Secret World since because of Dark Souls. Yeah, I've been seeing you play it a lot.
Dank
so
Souls.
how far are you in it? What are you at? Are you? I'm assuming you're New Game Plus at this point. So
3+.
Yes.
3x plus. Yeah. Love that game so much.
What about Cyber Dinomancy?
We pretty much beat that all the way. Cyber Dinomancy. Yeah, I define Cyberman. So we pretty much beat it and beat the shit out, saw everything, unlocked everything. That one's pretty much been put to bed.
Cool.
Really cool game. I've seen it go on Steam sales for as low as $1, and it is way worth it. So yeah, if anyone ever catches it, I'd recommend buying it full price, but especially recommend looking out for it on Steam if it goes on sale, which it does fairly frequently. Really good game, really weird game. So if you like good weird shit, first-person shooter, cool mechanics, all good things, all fun times.
Have you ever
played to Blighttown?
Have you ever played? I was about to say Cyber Dinomancy. God fucking damn it! Have you ever played Legend of Grimrock?
I have not. I do own it.
Do you?
I've heard it's pretty damn good.
I've heard it's very good. Yeah. I never knew what it was. Brad actually started playing it, and he was like, have you ever played Legend of Grimrock? I was like, no. I was like, but I think I own it.
Yeah.
So I think me and you are in the same spot.
Yep.
And he was like, it's oddly fun. He's like, I'm so fucking lost right now. I have no idea where I'm at. And I was like,
well, it emulates the old school.
Yes. Yeah. Maze type deals, right? But so I watched Total Biscuit play it.
Oh.
So it was one of his older videos.
Total Biscuit.
And wow, it's an interesting game.
It is.
You look at a wall, and sometimes there's a brick on the wall you can just push in, and it opens another door. I'm just like, okay, this shit, it's almost too tedious for me. So.
It seems like a really cool game, but yeah, it definitely emulates the old school throwback RPGs for better or worse.
The funny thing is, that's what Brad likes.
Yeah. Totally.
When I think of games that he likes anything that's super fucking difficult and old school.
Yep, I can see that.
So yeah.
I have friends that are the same way, and that is totally their jam. Old school Fallout, Wasteland, you name it. That's the old school shit is where it's at.
I've heard Eric, Alex has sad news to tell.
Oh yeah, I will not be able to make it to the LAN on Saturday. I'm pretty bummed.
Bastard.
This bastard can't make it. I got a damn Extra Life thing,
right.
and I was telling Justin I was originally optimistic that we'd be able to get volunteers for it, but this is the same weekend as Archon, and everybody's going to Archon, so it's just me and one other guy that can handle this event. So it's like, all right, it's down to me and one of the dudes.
So we're down officially 2 people.
When you're El Presidente, that's what these sacrifices you must make.
Totally understandable. So we'll have one early next year. So
yeah, I'm bummed.
We'll get one in early next year, and I'm sure we'll talk to you somehow on Extra Life. So
who else has to miss?
Brad. He's actually working on his house. So
being a lame-o is
right.
That's what I heard. Being a nerd. Or the bad kind of nerd.
I'm sure he'll be there at Extra Life, though. So. And me and Eric will be at Extra Life. We'll video call you, and so you can be there with us in spirit. I might even get a blow-up doll and just put your face on it.
Make sure to, magic marker a beard on it.
Yes, I'll magic marker a beard on it.
Good. A blow-up beard.
And then I'm going to have, a plate of grapes, and his hand's just going to be resting on it.
Grapes and whole wheat crackers.
Yeah, whole wheat crackers. Yeah,
maybe some green tea on the side.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like you never even left.
We would
portable Alex.
D-Man, where are you from? I don't even...
Oh, yeah. So you joined the LAN parties. Yeah. In fact, I remember talking to D-Man about where he lived, but I can't remember. I've forgotten. Because I'm such a good person. But, but yeah, I did see that, I died in Blighttown, not far from a monster. But not from a monster, probably from poison.
Gotcha. Oh, you live in Michigan.
Michigan, okay. Yeah.
Well, not too far.
Yeah.
Just get in your car, drive 14 hours.
So easy.
And get down
So easy, yeah. Easy 14-hour jaunt.
Are you ready to begin,
Let's
Alex?
do this shit. Woo!
All right.
Get pumped.
First one I want to talk about.
You wanted to talk about this. You were very excited. Well, you were animated when you asked me about it.
Which one? Hold on. I have 2 that I want to talk about.
You're the boss.
I want to start off with the first one, which is the HTC Vive.
Ooh.
Valve Virtual Reality.
On a positive note.
Man, it is fucking good.
Does that look dank, or does that look
So
dank?
I saw the original stuff from the Vive back when they first did some stuff at E3.
Just steal a car, D-Man.
Yeah.
They don't need it.
Just... Go to the Greyhound bus station. I'll pick you up down here.
People say Grand Theft Auto is a felony, whatever that word means.
Who knows?
Bunch of nerds.
So they did the VR at E3.
Yeah.
And I saw people demo it, and people were like, "Yeah, that was pretty fun. I like being able to walk around this box room." At the time, they had to kind of work on the 1:1 ratio, which is absolutely what they wanted to try to hit. And so I read the article that you linked into here, and I was like, mother of God.
Choo choo, motherfucker. Hype train.
Holy shit. And then I started watching videos of people, and I saw one where 2 people were passing a torch back and forth to one another, and I was like, this is fucking beautiful. This is absolutely awesome. And then I did some more digging, and I was on Elite Dangerous's community page.
Oh, shit.
And... what do you know? They have a development build of this, and they will be pushing. It's actually going to be in the next update, or the update after. It will fully support the Vive.
Sweet.
So, and that's a game that I badly want to pick up. So bad.
Oh yeah.
But I need a fucking good joystick. I do not. Yeah. That's a game that I refuse to play keyboard and mouse because
that would be awful.
I don't feel like it would give me the good experience. I feel like I need that, and then I also now feel like I need a fucking virtual reality headset, because how awesome would it be to look
so cool.
I was watching Scott Manley play, and whenever I would watching him play, he would just look to the left, cycle his head, and his view would turn, and it was just exactly how it was, inside the ship, and I was like, this is way too fucking cool.
And you got, with the Vive, you got the handy controller dealios, so you don't even need a joystick.
Oh, yeah, good call.
Boom.
Shit.
Right there.
I'm excited. The Vive looks fucking phenomenal, and from what I've heard, and from what all the reviews that I read today, I've read at least 10 people that have actually recently tried it, and they said that it completely blows Oculus out of the water as far as functionality. And then I was reading some comparisons between it and the Sony VR, and they said it's very similar, except that Sony doesn't have the capability to actually move in the room. You are mostly just stationary.
Or at least not yet. Maybe
right, not yet.
they do have an official name for what was originally Project Morpheus. Now I think it's just Sony VR. I think isn't that what's
Yes, it's Sony VR now.
So the fact that they only recently, well, I guess within the last month or so, moved from code name to actual project name, to me indicates that they're still cracking away at it. So it might be a bit.
Right.
But yeah, man. The Vive, holy shit.
Eric, $15, all the Sniper Elite games on Steam right now. So if anyone ever wanted to pick up the Sniper Elite, which are very good games, I'll give them that. They're very fun.
They're tough games.
They are tough games.
Say that. And also the X-ray vision for when you snipe a dude in the nuts. I mean, it's graphic.
I forgot
Just
about
warning,
that.
it zooms in and you see some things you wish you could unsee.
You have anything to say about the Vive? What do you think?
I mean, motherfucking hype train, yeah. Choo-choo, motherfucker, yeah. It looks really slick and it sounds really slick. I would be remiss were I not to mention some of the, we'll call them concerns that within that same article, the one praising it, had also mentioned where she was like, so this demo was like life-alteringly good, like the kind of shit where like she, I think at one point in the at the beginning of the article, she had joked that like she kept reading about like all these people like taking the headset off and just crying profusely, and she was like, nope, that happened to me too, because it was such a revelation of like a gaming moment. It's like, holy shit, this is like the future of VR. This is what VR can do.
Yes.
And it opens up all these ideas. But she was also like, but let's consider some things. The demo was in a, from what I understand, at least a really blank, empty room.
12-foot room.
12 foot. That's a lot of. I mean, that's not a lot of space in like when 12 feet. I've got that, but like 12 feet of just empty,
pure emptiness,
blank space. Not a lot of people have that. I sure as fuck don't. Justin's seen my apartment, so it's.
No, I have nowhere near that.
Yeah, so it's having a space that is that clear of obstacles is unrealistic. So hopefully, when the actual product is out or at least ready, that it won't require something like that.
It won't require movement. That's
yeah, and she mentioned that she was always aware, and maybe this is just something that we have to deal with for the first couple of generations of VR, but she was always aware of the cord of the VR that came down behind the back, and trailed behind her as she was walking around. And granted, it's not going to ruin the immersion, but I mean, it's a physical reminder of, hey, you're playing a game.
I think eventually we'll get to a wireless.
Probably.
But I mean, wireless video is already pretty difficult.
It is.
And latency is horrid because you're pushing a ton of data through it.
And we've both talked about what could potentially fuck up VR is any latency.
Yeah, any latency.
That's just kind of unavoidable for the time being. But I mean, she brought up some very valid concerns. These were tech demos. These weren't actual games, and tech demos are, by design, almost by their definition, are designed to get you hyped for a product.
Yes.
They're supposed to showcase its capabilities. I mean, you can make cool-ass tech demos all fucking day, but it's not going to mean a damn thing if developers don't utilize that well. So,
I always
we've
think
seen
back,
that happen.
In tech demos, I always think back to whenever, I think it was The Force Unleashed was getting made.
Yeah.
And they did a tech demo on all these different materials that could break because they wanted to have destructible environments.
Yeah.
So they had they threw a ball through this, all these materials were Han Solo.
Yep.
Carbonite, right?
Yep.
So they had carbonite first, and they threw like a ball through and you saw how it shattered. And then they had like snow, glass, stuff like that, and it all shattered in different types of layers. Pretty cool. I was like, man, this is fucking awesome. But it was never implemented.
Nope.
The sole reason being the processing power of it was way too extensive for what they needed to achieve in the game. So what you ended up with was just normal breakable materials like boxes and stuff. So it's hard to implement that because everybody wants full-on breakable shit in games, but you gotta think that when something breaks apart, that's a new particle effect.
Yeah.
And that shit adds up on your CPU and your video pretty fucking quick. So.
Worse yet, it's more collisions.
Yes, that will fuck you up.
So, more things to collide. And from a developer standpoint, or even a designer standpoint, what do destructible things give you? It's a cool flair, it's an aesthetic flair that looks neat and might even introduce some game mechanics, but in this case, destructible stuff, when you break it, it just sits there. I mean, I don't have a gravity gun to pick it up and throw shit at it, it's just there. So it's like, is it worth all that extra development time and money and lost potential sales? I don't know.
Like, The one game I can think about as far as like Breakable Materials, I'm getting a little off topic here, but Breakable Materials is
Smashing boxes in Dark Souls, good example.
Is Space Engineers.
Oh,
so
yes.
Space Engineers has fully breakable shit.
Yes, it does.
But the thing is like, if anyone knows, or if anyone's played Space Engineers, if you crash one ship into another, the game pauses for a minute.
Yes, it does.
Because it's like, holy shit.
Let me figure this shit out.
Hold on, I gotta do some calculations real quick.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So, yeah, I fully understand. And I'm kind of wondering how it's going to be with Medieval Engineers. Because, Medieval Engineers has still, uses the same engine and does fully destructible environments.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty excited about that, though.
I'm excited, too. So. Yeah, so it's tricky. It's tricky to do that shit. It's tricky to do it right. Everyone wants cool shit like that, but is it worth it? That is the question.
But the Vive hype train.
The hype train, baby. Choo-choo, motherfucker.
Choo-choo.
I'm excited. Like I said, there are concerns that need to be kept in mind as informed consumers we should be. It's something that we need to still be cautiously optimistic, but it's hard not to get at least a little bit excited when you see that Destructed article and the first-hand accounts and the videos that were posted. It looks really fucking cool.
Yes.
I'm certainly hopeful. And, I mean, Oculus, I think, for most people, is still the front runner, for good reason.
It is.
And, yeah, we talked about Sony VR. There's the Starbreezes, the Payday publishers. They've got their own that they're working on.
What is the...
also really cool.
Do you know who the publisher is of Epic Mickey? I can't think of what that company is.
I don't know the company name, but I know it's Warren Spector is the main guy.
Yeah, he said they are 100% behind VR now. So all their games going forward, or the majority of their games going forward, is going to try to utilize VR.
Warren Spector is one of those, like, he's I kind of equate him similarly to John Carmack, and like one of the OG game developer, game designer dudes who just the kind of guy who like just did shit on. Well, he was the main guy behind Deus Ex.
Yes.
So it's like one of these masterminds that just comes up with badass games and makes them good.
That's awesome.
And then he just disappears for like a decade.
Yep.
Then it comes out with Epic Mickey and Epic Mickey 2 disappears again. It's just this dude just kind of he's a Morpheus. He just interweaves in and out of our universe and here's a cool game. Boop. I'm out of here.
I've heard good things about Epic Mickey. I haven't played it myself though.
I've heard mixed
good.
things.
Yeah, mixed.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
Yeah. But but a lot of people said that they introduced a lot of cool ideas, had really cool art and aesthetics to them. So, which is something I think Warren Spector really excels at.
Yeah.
So I anything that he's behind is good news to me.
D-Man says, I've seen a YouTuber play Medieval Engineers with little to no problem. So
that's awesome. Yeah.
That's good.
And it's in Space Engineers is also in early access, but this is in earlier access. So if it's coming along well, then it's good news for us.
Let me just bow down to
collect ourselves.
Pray for the game Castle. I can't even think of it anymore.
What game are we talking about here?
The Siege game. I think it was Castle Story.
Oh shit, Castle, yeah.
Because they were gonna have fully destructible castles.
And that game totally came out and it was perfect in every way and didn't disappoint anybody.
In a good world, yes.
I cry every time.
Actually, I think now that I think about it, I think Adam actually played. I don't know if he's still listening, but Adam actually, I think, bought
he did.
Castle Story, and then he was the one who told me, like, holy shit, don't buy this.
Yeah, I saw his same comments, actually. So sad. It looked so cool and had so many cool ideas, and they just disappeared.
It did.
The devs just evaporated. That's a cautionary tale.
One other thing I wanted to go over was
Was this the angry topic? So that was our happy topic. Are we going on to the angry topic?
So Sony says that the climate is not healthy for a Vita successor.
This is the sad topic, not the angry one.
No. Which anger? Oh, the one I was just talking to you about? Okay.
The one where you were animated about. But
the one where I asked you, have you
heard of blank? Or had you heard about blank? And I was like, no, and his response was something like that. But yeah, let's go with the one you were gonna go with though.
So Sony says the climate is not healthy. Climate change.
Climate change is not healthy. Yeah, you're right, Sony. I agree. Next topic. All right.
So, yeah, what a wonderful disappointment. So yeah. So sad.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. I was so hopeful for that fucking game.
It looked so cool.
I did not back it on. Thankfully, I guess I did not back it on Kickstarter.
On Start Kicker. Yeah.
On Start Kicker. Yeah, so basically Sony says that they're not going to make another VR. They're not going to make... God fucking damn it, if I could get my thoughts collected today.
And then Adam's comment right at the timing when you
Sony is a climate denier. I 100%
This is how
believe
the rumor starts.
Yes. So, Sony has Vita. They don't want to make another handheld.
Or at least
they
right
don't...
now.
Right now, yeah.
They're not planning on it, right? That's corporate speak for...
I read a good article. Unfortunately, it was by Kotaku. It wasn't... let me rephrase that. It wasn't a good article, but it brought up good points.
That's fair.
And the thing is that they basically stated that it's Sony's fault for the Vita's downfall. In which...
Oh, I think I saw that.
Everything that I have ever said, to you especially, is that it is 100% Sony's fault because they never fucking marketed the game. They never marketed the console how it was supposed to be marketed. Instead of marketing it like a normal fucking company, or, saying, oh, well, let's go back. The first Vita they released, they were basically stating, hey, we're going to release this handheld. It's going to have supreme graphics, which it does. I will give it that. It has fucking grade A, awesome graphics. It's going to have a great library. We're developing all these games for it. And when... I even remember the fucking commercials for it. When you leave the house, you can take whatever game you've been playing on PS3 and you can leave with it on your handheld, and you can play it from there. That was their selling point. I even remember the guy. I remember the commercial perfectly. It was a guy playing MLB, and he hit a fucking home run or something or whatever, and he was like, "Oh, I gotta go to work." And he picks up his Vita and gets on the train, and then he just powers it on and continues playing. And I was like, "Holy shit! Like, how are they doing this?"
That'd be pretty bad.
Right, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
And that's how they were marketing it. And so, no one really bought into it after a while. They realized that the first party games that came with it were absolute shit. They weren't that great. Really, the only thing keeping Vita alive right now, Vita wants to die. As everyone knows, Vita really, really wants to die. Like,
that's such a
real
mental image.
It is, but it really wants to die. But the thing is that indie games won't let it die because all these indie games are getting pushed to Vita. Well, now we're finally seeing the decline of that because obviously, their games aren't being purchased mostly on Vita. So, yeah, it's so upsetting. It is such an upsetting thing because it has such potential. It has the best potential. It is quite possibly the best way to play old games.
Yeah.
Like I have a ton of PS1 games. I wish I had PS2 games. But for some reason, Sony likes to be fucking retarded, and they still haven't listened to their fucking people when they said, "Hey, Sony, why don't you bring your PS2 library back, and we'll fucking buy it? Why don't you just fucking let us buy it?" It's the same with Final Fantasy VII. We've asked for years and years about Final Fantasy VII, and finally they're like, "Okay, I guess these people started talking about this last year. They want Final Fantasy VII." No, do you fucking listen? So yeah, I love my Vita so much. I really do. I think it's one of the best handhelds, if not the best handheld, like the actual physical device. Now, I'm not talking like games on it or anything, but as far as like a physical device,
it's cool as hell.
It is amazing. It is. It's got awesome power. The fucking battery lasts for fucking 7 days, like constant play.
Dude, that's impressive. I didn't know that. That's fucking impressive.
You know how shitty the DS is as far as power save?
God.
Horrid, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, like, Amanda's power save is like a day. Maybe.
So is mine.
So,
like... mine's more like a day and a half, but it's...
Right, and then you have to plug it back in.
Yeah.
I went out of town. I, by the way, haven't charged my Vita in, like, I don't know, a month and a half. Okay? It's still been on standby.
That's awesome.
And I opened it up the other day, and it still has, like, 30% battery.
That's awesome. That's really...
By the way, it's still constantly... It updates and everything.
Oh,
it does everything on its self-sufficient.
Thanks to Champ, yeah. That's
fucking
awesome.
Gives me updates the screen, updates the store, does all that. The device is not turned off. It's on. I can see the lights.
Yeah. I did not know that.
And the battery
is
awesome. Fucking just phenomenal. So it is so good. The handheld is so good. There's a couple things they don't need. I don't think they need the touch. Right, the front touch I don't think they need. And they have a back touch. So like the whole back plate is an actual touch screen. Well, kind of a touch screen. It's haptic feedback. They don't need that. No fucking game uses that correctly. So And have a good day. Thank you. I'm sad. I'm sad that they're not doing this. I hope Sony realizes their mistake before it's too late. Think about this. Okay, Nintendo came out and they were talking about this today. One of my favorite podcasts I used to listen to was Podcast Beyond.
Okay.
And they talked about nothing but PlayStation, right?
Yeah.
This is before I even owned a fucking PlayStation 4 or owned a Vita. I listened to them for like 4 years.
I'm sorry. Just laughing at Adam's comment.
Yeah.
Our first standby. Woo! Actually, it's probably
we made it! No, I think we've had another.
Yeah, one or two, but still, I just love the comment.
Thank you. So, what Nintendo did was Nintendo came out with the DS, right? Mm-hmm. And then they came out with the 3DS.
Yep.
Well, I think in the intermediary period they said, basically shit wasn't selling, right? So it wasn't selling as much as they wanted. They took it back to the drawing table and said, this is probably what we need to do to correct it. Mm-hmm. And then they did. Yep. And then now everything's hunky-dory.
Yep.
Right?
3DS had a rough start.
It had a really rough start, but then they corrected it.
It's bad.
And now it's okay.
Yep.
Like people
now
bought
it prints money.
It does print money. Sony never did that.
For Nintendo.
Sony went out of their way to fucking be like, you know what? What are we gonna do with the Vita? And they're like, oh shit, yeah, I forgot about that pile of fuck.
PS4.
Yeah, so the PS4's coming out. Why don't we make it a $200 shit and stream device? From you can play Destiny from your fucking bathroom.
But you're not bitter.
I'm not at all. I owned the fucking Vita before PS4, and that shit was announced.
You did.
I will say that. I did not buy into that, but I bought the Vita honestly solely because of Persona 4. I wanted to play Persona so bad, and I wanted a Vita because I wanted something portable to take with me on the trips. And I'm glad I made the choice.
Very reasonable, yeah.
So,
very reasonable expectation.
After playing like 160 hours of that game, I think I put in enough time on my Vita.
I would say so. Well, yeah.
No, the Vita is $200.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is they wanted people to try to market. They were trying to market it with the PS4. They were saying, "Oh, buy the Vita, the perfect PS4 companion."
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's not. Yeah. I will say they have 60 FPS support now, so that's good. But
that is good.
It's pretty cool. It's neat. It's not something you would
buy
a deal breaker.
Extra. Yeah.
Like you wouldn't buy a PS4 and be like, "I need to have this Vita to play remotely." No, because I still prefer much more to play with the controller, go to my television, and turn it on. You know?
So. It's a nice feature.
It is
not a deal maker.
No.
Deal maker, yeah.
It's not a deal maker or breaker.
Yeah.
But.
And there definitely are some parallels here. Like I know Ronnie pointed out, the Wii U also had a rocky start. And I would argue that there is a little bit of difference here in that Nintendo recognized, oh man, we kind of fucked up with the Wii U. What can we do to fix it? And they've thrown themselves behind a lot of it pretty heavily. It's helped. It hasn't fixed it like they fixed the 3DS. Wii U still struggles for sales. It's pretty rough. I guess I would have a hard time calling it a failure because it seems like Nintendo is still throwing themselves behind it. Although I understand people feeling discouraged because a bunch of games for it have been delayed until 2016, which is kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
I mean, people know my stance on delaying games. I say delay everything.
Yeah, you can delay it all you want.
Delay every
It'll make me
game.
sad, but in the end, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, delay every single game. I don't fucking care.
And
I hope no more games come out this year.
Persona 5 is coming out for the PS4 only. So, that's going to be next year.
Okay. Good to know. But yeah, there are. But Ronnie brings up a fair point that there's parallels here, and it all comes down to how their respective companies handle once they realize they fucked up, and then their reaction to said up fucking.
Yes.
So, yeah. Did you pick up Phantom Pain?
No, I'm sticking to my guns.
I'm impressed.
I'm sticking to my guns. I am not buying the Phantom Pain. Yeah. At least I'm not buying it directly.
Maybe buy it used at some point.
I will probably pick it up used for PS4. Obviously, I can't pick it up used for PC, unfortunately. Because the disc comes with the fucking Steam installer.
That's still...
Or I might pirate it. I don't know yet.
Yeah.
But I will not give Konami money.
I forget. Until you said that, I'd completely forgotten that was the thing.
Yes.
And you said, I was like, well, that's not right. No, it totally is right.
But I will say that I've read and watched the entire game.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yeah, so
how long did it take you?
A long time. A very long time. Luckily, I can actually, I have access to the internet at work, so.
Oh.
I mean,
they let you out of the cage.
They let me out of the cage from time to time.
Give them water and
but
food
I
pellets.
will say the Phantom Pain has a fucking beautiful storyline, and if you really like the story, and once you get done with it, there is some extra shit they didn't put in the game.
Neat.
And you can find it on YouTube. A guy and a couple other people data mined it. And
cool.
The cutscene is only 30% completed. This is how much it tells you, because it's actually up in the top right corner. It says cutscene only 30% completed. And basically the people in the video that made the video kind of tell you from what they found in the files kind of what happens, and then they show you the rest of the cutscene. So
that's awesome.
And it gives you an understanding of what the true ending of the game was supposed to be.
What it could have been.
Yeah.
Fucking Konami, man. I mean, if we had a nickel of ad revenue every time we said, you know, we delivered our weekly fuck Konami message, then yeah, we would both be filthy, stinking internet rich.
I'd be rich. God damn, I'd be rich.
Internet rich. Internet wealth forever. Forever and ever. So.
There was a trailer for a new Hitman game. I did not see it.
Oh, yes, and I think it's... Adam can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know if they have like an... Wait, no, they do have a title. I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, new Hitman game. I think they debuted it at E3.
Oh. Well, then maybe I have seen it.
Back a few months ago. And I can't remember if there was any gameplay. I think it might have been just cinematic. But still, new Hitman is all reason for me to get excited. I know for damn sure Adam's
I've never played a Hitman game.
Ooh, baby. It's,
pretty enjoyable?
Adam would be the one to recommend specifically. I know a lot of people said that Hitman 2 was their favorite. And I played through 1 and 2, and 1 was fun but rough. 2 was better, still rough. Apparently Bloodlines? I think it's Bloodlines is the one that Adam recommends starting.
Yeah,
Blood Money. Blood Money, there it is. Is the one to start with. And this one's just called Hitman? Okay. For some reason I thought it had like some sort of... Maybe they'll come out with a title. But
I don't know what... Does it say... Is that fuck love them?
Fucking love them.
Fucking love them.
Fucking love them.
I see. It's only 3 asterisks. Is it 3 or 4?
It's 3.
3 asterisks. I hope it. I was just hoping it said ass.
Ass love them. Ass love them. I ass love them. I love them with my. But yeah, Blood Money was the one that if you had to start on a Hitman game, he recommended starting with Blood Money.
Okay, cool.
They are frequently on. They're frequently on Steam, like as a bundle.
Yeah, I see them constantly. I've never looked into it to get it or anything like that, but yeah, I'm definitely up for trying it. So
yeah, so they're good shit.
All right, Blood Money. I'll keep it in mind.
Very challenging. I think they're challenging games. 2 is dated. I would agree. That's a fair way to put it. I mean, a really good game and way better than 1. 1 was still a good game, but 1 was some downright bullshit at times. It was pretty rough and kind of glitchy at times. Yeah, just I don't usually recommend skipping games in a timeline, but if you had to skip one of them. Skip 1 or 1 and 2.
Okay.
However you want to dealio. But yep, good shit.
You love them, and I'm going to assume that's ass and soul.
Ass and... Even better.
Oh,
man.
Jesus.
So we started with a happy topic, then we went to a sad topic. Are we going now to the next emotion?
Well, yeah, we will go to the next emotion, which is just I don't want to be infuriated at the game, okay? But I saw the demo.
Okay.
Of Mighty Number 9.
Okay.
Okay. And it looks bad.
Oh, I don't want to hear that.
Right. And I didn't want to hear it either. And I got to hear it up close and personal because I was watching a guy play a live stream of it.
Oh shit, okay.
So I was watching him play live stream and I was like, "Oh, cool, I'll watch this." You know? And he's like, "Yeah, we'll do the first run through whatever." And man, fuck. God.
I mean, very rarely. I mean, I love when a game gets delayed. That's a weird thing to say, but I love it when it happens. Because, man, would it suck if that game didn't get delayed. And as much as I love when a game gets delayed, there's also that, like, ooh, it probably got delayed for a reason.
Yeah.
And since Mighty Number 9 got delayed, like, on the 11th hour, more or less, like, within a week of it coming out,
yes.
it got pushed back by several months, that's usually a bad sign.
Yeah.
So,
it's still showing a bad sign. I was hopeful that the February 9th, like my birthday, it would be the release date.
Yeah.
But nope, I don't think so. There's no way. I don't know if they did a lot of stuff on purpose, and if they did, they're not doing it right. Which is, they have shitty voice acting. They have horrid voice acting. Right. Sucks. You can turn off the voice acting, mind you. There is a feature to turn it off, but it's so bad that I don't know why you would even put money towards it to fucking get it, right?
Yeah.
2, the graphics are... One, I didn't think the graphics were going to look good. And by good, I mean, I wish they were more artsy. Right? Yeah. This looks like I'm playing a fucking game of Jimmy Neutron. Okay? It has that type of graphic. And you know what?
It totally does.
We're going to totally look at it after the stream, but it looks like fucking Jimmy Neutron.
Oh.
It look like it has that like weird fucking textures to it.
So, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And the combat's kind of cool. I like it. The movement is the same as Mega Man from what I've seen. The abilities are kind of the same. There's a dash mechanic. You can dash to, like platforms and stuff like that. But it's poorly the music isn't even that good. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. The music is not fucking good.
Tears.
It's really not. The music seems very it doesn't seem like whenever something is like happening like an action sequence, there's no ramp up to it. It's just kind of like a dull music always playing in the background. And don't even get me started on the fire.
On the fire?
Yeah, so there's like fires everywhere in the background.
Okay? Oh, okay.
And they look so putridly awful.
Oh.
If this is kind of what they were getting close to releasing, I'm glad they fucking held off on it because holy shit, is it bad.
That sounds like some shit.
People would be very upset if this was the game they received. Yeah. Like, they would be ungodly
murdering
upset.
In the streets.
Yes.
Murder, death.
Whew, it's fucking rough.
Did the live streamer comment at all about, like, gameplay-wise?
Gameplay, he said, was great. It was fun.
Okay.
The gameplay itself is decent. The shooting is it looked fine. It looked fluid. He didn't really have a problem with that. I think the most they had problems with was just the look of the game. The feel was okay, but the look of it and the way that it progressed, such as like the level design is kind of poor and shitty. He said that most of the levels he was playing through basically was...
Hold right.
Yeah, you hold right and you destroy boxes as you go through it, or you jump over a box in a truck and then a ravine and then you're kind of done.
Yeah.
And one thing he mentioned was like Mega Man had like... See, I've never played Mega Man,
Mighty.
so... What?
Mighty.
Okay.
It's not Mega Man.
Well, no.
We'll get sued by Capcom. No.
Right. I'm saying Mega Man itself had like games
I see.
Like platforms that went up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
This has none of those. Like there was no scaling up and down.
Yeah.
So.
Do you think like how comprehensive was the demo? Did it show like 1 or 2 levels?
It showed a solid. I want to say he played for like 30 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, it was a couple different levels.
Okay. Yeah. I'm always hopeful that it's like, oh, maybe there's maybe the cool shit is still under construction. I don't know.
One thing that I was reading a Reddit post after, one thing that they also said was that...
Oh, later, Adam.
Oh, see ya, Adam. Yeah, have a good one, man. One thing they mentioned was that it holds your hand too much when you learn a new ability. It literally pauses the game and tells you how to use it.
Wasn't that a symptom of some of the... I seem to recall...
You're going to say Echo the Dolphin?
Yes, Echo the Dolphin. Because, yeah, Mega Man, Echo the Dolphin crossover. That Sega and Capcom swindled. No, I remember in one of the sequelitis videos by Eagle Raptor, he was praising Mega Man X, but there was another Mega Man. I could have sworn it was a Mega Man game where he was, like, making fun of it, because similar kind of thing when, like, something would happen, like you would encounter a new enemy type, or get a new item type, or you need encounter a new obstacle, it would pause the game and Roll would show up, and she'd be like, Mega Man, to get across the thing, you need to do the thing. And the joke was he'd be like, shut the fuck up, Roll, and like punch in the head. But, so like, apparently that's a thing that might have happened in previous Mega Man X games, but Mega Man X, just single X, was apparently like the really good example that he used as like the pristine good way to do tutorial, because it was all about tutorials. Was the idea. So I kind of wonder if that's a carryover from some of those other Mega Man games, which is still not a good thing, sadly. That's some shit.
Later, Broken Face.
Oh, what's up? Yeah. I actually, and yeah, John, I've been seeing Adam's posts, and I might have mistaken some of his posts for yours. So yeah, I apologize if I missed some of your stuff, John.
Everybody likes to use red.
Yeah. In fact, I'm gonna scroll up to see if did I just miss all of John's messages? Am I
don't think
that
he
shitty
did
of a friend? Oh, okay. In that case, yeah. I mean, he was
right.
Just gonna watch with Adam. But in any case, thanks for joining in, John. Always happy to have you here, man.
Fucking Ronnie the Bear. So Tyler was saying, God, he fucking cracks me up. Arkham Knight was delayed several times, and it was unplayable on PC for months. Gotham was in ashes by the time Batman showed up at 60 frames a second.
Too real, man. Too fucking real.
It really is.
Yeah.
I still don't think it's playable.
I actually haven't heard about it.
I haven't heard much about it, but I don't think it's playable yet.
Did Mr. Eric go in on the PC pre-order?
Eric did. I think Eric, did you get a refund? I think he got a refund somehow. I don't remember.
Yeah. And in case John or Adam are still listening, I just want to mention that I will be unable to join in on playing depth with them because I got to work on some stuff after we wrap up here. But and I will eventually play the new Deus Ex game. That Adam also mentioned, Mankind Divided. But I need to play through Human Revolution first.
Yeah, me too.
This will be the first instance of concurrent Deus Ex games having the same protagonist twice. So,
I bought Deus Ex.
The new one?
The Human
Revolution, yeah.
I did that for the sole purpose of getting the Ex Machina in the Team Fortress.
Oh, cool! That's awesome. Yeah, I didn't realize they did that. That's awesome.
So it was the sniper rifle that shot a fucking laser beam.
That's appropriate.
Well, it shot a bullet, but then it had like a tracer.
Yeah,
so
that's awesome.
That's pretty cool. Nope, no refund. I'm sorry.
Okay, cool. In that case, yeah, is it... Oh, well, yeah, I just saw his comment. Yeah, I still can't play. God, that fucking sucks. It's been how many months now? Jesus Christ.
It's been a while.
It's been a minute.
So...
It has been a minute. But,
shit.
So, okay, so yeah, was there anything else on the Mighty Number 9
No,
demo
that's pretty
bullshit?
much it.
Is it free? Is it, like, available for
Humble
people
Bundle.
to try?
It was the Humble Bundle last week.
Oh. Interesting.
Right. It was part of the...
So
I'm sorry. Let me take that back. It's being sold on Humble Bundle.
A demo.
A demo. You can buy it through Humble, or Humble Bundle, or whatever. You can buy it through them. They have a store page. You buy it through them, and you can get the demo. I think you can still get the demo.
So, like, okay, let me pull out this whiteboard and draw these charts. So, what do you... You have to buy the demo. Alright, is it like...
You gotta buy the demo.
Do you pre-order the game and get the demo?
You pre-order the game, get the demo.
Okay.
The game itself is only $20.
That's about... Because you made it sound like the demo and the game were, like, standalone. And I was about to rage... Flip the table.
No.
Flip the desk.
That would be fucking... Yeah, it's on Humble. It's called Mighty Number 9 Demo. It's $13.
It's $6.66. Hail Satan. Oh, man. Like, crack a head on your egg. I actually don't have any eggs.
No eggs. No.
In my apartment. I like a good breakfast. Sometimes I'll, I'll treat myself to something good. But sadly, this is not one of those weekends, so I have no eggs. So the stream will have to go eggless, sadly.
What challenge did you forget about? Oh, the Destruction Derby.
Oh, yeah, we haven't done a game challenge.
We haven't done a game challenge
in years.
Right, it's been a bit. I swear I'm working on it. By that I mean on Tuesdays I work really diligently for 30 minutes before Alex arrives to try to get shit prepared.
And I have high demands.
And then sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't.
I have very high...
But it's on the list, and I want to say something. As far as Destruction Derby, for fuck's sake, it will not let me download it. It will not let me download it. I've tried 3 different websites, and each time either the fucking file was corrupted, and the game was unplayable, or the link was broken. So I'm sorry,
it's conspiracy, man. I'm telling you. Are you sure this game actually exists? I'm kidding. I played it.
Right.
So I know it
sure
existed.
This game exists.
I'm just saying.
So
Justin might not know it. Well, actually, I don't know if you've played it before.
I've not played it before.
In that case, I will say nothing more.
Me and Eric were talking about a challenge the other day, and I cannot remember what we were talking about. So he might be able to reiterate
Fill us in. To regale us.
Because we were talking about it, I was like, man, we should totally do that challenge. But I don't fucking remember what it is.
Barbie Horse Adventures.
Oh! I was going to suggest Parappa the Rapper. Me and you do
shit! I haven't played that shit.
I haven't either.
In many moons.
So I was thinking I would pull up a PlayStation emulator.
That'd be cool.
I have one. And we'll go play some Parappa the Rapper.
Allegedly, he has one.
Yeah, allegedly.
And the stream gets shut down forever.
So, next topic.
We can do it. Squeeze one more in.
I just wanted to give a little shout out to a couple things. First off, the Microsoft announced that their Project Spark game creation tool is going to be free. So we were talking last week about game creation and tools, and there was a Game Maker. I think that was last week, right? Game Maker was last week. I bought Game Maker. I've played around with it a little bit. I like it so far.
The
That bundle was awesome. But Microsoft's game creation tool that they're coming out with, Project Spark, is going to be free when they release it, so everyone will be able to download it. I don't know if it's going to be a freemium, so I don't know. There's no details on it yet. Yeah. I don't know if you're only going to get some part of it until you have to pay for it. So
maybe.
And then WildStar is officially free to play as of today. So if anyone wanted to play WildStar, it's free. You can go out and play it. Just go to the website.
Yeah, I know we've talked about it in the past, but it's because I know that you had tried it out and it was just all right.
It was all right. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's bad. I wouldn't say it's bad by any means. It's just not a game I wanted to play due to the fact that it was a Supreme WoW clone, and I already had that experience, I guess. So if anyone wanted to have like a game they just wanted to play, there we go. Alex, you should tip a cup of water, and Justin said that would be funny. Har 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 har. I'm just assuming those are hars.
Yep. See how good my posture is.
We can definitely do one more. Ooh, you put a good one on here last. You little shit.
That's what I do.
YouTube gaming versus Twitch TV.
Yes, always relevant.
Always relevant. So, I'm still partial to Twitch.
I am too.
Extremely partial.
As we are, clearly.
Right, obviously.
As we are, clearly.
YouTube gaming is cool.
It is. I watched a couple streams on it.
There is some cool stuff with YouTube gaming. The single bad thing about YouTube gaming is the always on
content ID.
And the
table flip.
The fact that it's bad is like me and Alex in this stream on Twitch. We can go to a fucking YouTube page and play a song for you.
Yep.
And
we've done before.
And we could play it for as long as we stream, and they typically will not take down the stream.
Right. They'll just take down the video on demand after. Well, they'll mute the video on demand.
They'll mute the video on demand only in certain spots where the song was. Yeah. YouTube, however, always has it on. If they notice, or if their content ID system notices that you are playing copyright material, it will flag it, and then it'll tell you, and it'll say, hey, you have 2 minutes to turn this off.
Or else we'll shut
the stream off.
Yeah.
That's the unfortunate part. So a lot of people, I don't even know how to get licenses for music. Like, I know people can get licenses for like Monster Cat songs and stuff like that. I don't know how to go about that, but I know that the last time I was on there was a lot of silent streams.
Yeah.
And there was just no music playing. It sounds weird.
Yeah.
Because I'm used to, when I watch like a live stream of somebody, like, either they have really good nonstop commentary, where I don't really notice anything in the background, or they have kind of commentary, and then they have music playing, and it's still fine, because there's always something kind of that I'm listening to.
Fill the void, yeah. It's unfortunate, and we knew from the get-go that this was going to be, well, it had potential to be an issue, because it had been announced that, content ID is going to be a thing for this, and not only is it going to be a thing, but it's going to be always on, and we're going to be watching you, so you better behave, you bastards out there. So it was, we knew ahead of time this was going to be some shit. And I kind of hate to say, because I wanted YouTube gaming not necessarily to, like, overcome, but I wanted it to be good, solid competition for Twitch. I like Twitch, but competition benefits us, the users, regardless of who wins by it. So it's like, yeah, man, bring it on. Yeah, motherfucker, why not? And then YouTube gaming comes out, and a lot of people talked about it when it came out, for good reason. Because there's some, like I said, I think the competition is healthy, and they do a lot of things well. They do a lot of things that Twitch doesn't do. Well, I guess not a lot of things, but there's a couple, like, little mini features where I look at it and go, oh, that's kind of neat. And Twitch, in response, in all fairness, has announced via TwitchCon that they'll be including more video upload options or video hosting options other than the video on demand service, which arguably is kind of shitty.
Yeah, so, well, they're also fully implementing to HTML5 next year.
Yes, and that's going to be
that's
awesome.
The big thing that I want from Twitch is that. Also, one other thing I want from Twitch is higher bitrate. I want to see if people have the capability and people have the upload, to be able to stream 10K, a bitrate at like 10K. I want them to be able to do that because I like crystal clear shit. So.
Well, the good news about Twitch is that it does offer bitrate options, but it only offers it to you, I think, if you
get a partner.
I think you have to have a stream with like 30 or 50 or more. So like you have to hit a minimum threshold of the number of viewers for that stream before it gives you the options for it. And even then, I don't know if it's guaranteed. I know partners definitely get it, so there might be some stuff there. So not everyone has that option. It'd be nice to have something like that in the future. Something that is a little bit more widespread. But yeah, it's like I said, YouTube gaming came out. People were talking about it. Some people tried it out. And then a week after that, I had heard nothing. I continued to hear nothing about it.
Yep.
I fear that it might be not necessarily dead in the water, but just kind of stagnant in the water.
Yeah, I think the major thing is that fucking content ID.
Oh,
I think that is the almost 90% issue with it that they need to deal with, is the fact that if they would have even looked at fucking Twitch, if they would have even went to half the videos, you would have noticed that everyone is playing music. You know, they may not. They're probably not posting that stuff to YouTube afterwards.
Yeah.
I get the only issue we don't really play music constantly is the fact that when we upload to YouTube, there's no sound.
Right.
So if we try to take the video from here to YouTube, there's no sound. And if we were to just upload it from our recording, YouTube would just be like, "Oh, content ID.
Yeah.
These people are now going to monetize your video," and I fucking hate that shit. So
what we do is we just trim both ends to cut out the music, and boom, original content.
Right.
So it's easy from our perspective, to deal with, but YouTube does not always make things easy. What I'd be interested to know is whether or not, because people were worried about this, I'd be curious to know if there have been anecdotal cases of people like, I don't know, like they're playing a game and they start singing. I mean, singing during a video. I do Let's Plays, and we always have the list of not to do. So you never sing during a Let's Play; you just don't do it. But if someone like starts, bullshit singing a Katy Perry song or something, some sort of like pop song that gets flagged by the content ID and blocks your stream. I wonder if cases like that have happened. I don't know. I haven't heard of them, but I wonder if there have been anecdotal cases of someone saying like, yeah, I sang Happy Birthday to my buddy and my stream got cut, or some bullshit like that. I'm not saying it's happened. I'm curious if it has happened.
Happy Birthday is public property.
It is. Now. It's public domain now, but at the time when the comments were happening, is that it was not public domain.
Yes.
So, that was an extreme case.
Let's be happy. Let's just enjoy the fact that Happy Birthday is officially public domain.
Like anyone was going to sue you for that shit.
It needed to be fucking public.
Like anyone was going to sue
that
shit.
No one was going to, but for fuck's sake.
I think we need the birthday song featuring Zakk Wylde from Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will pay for that.
Yeah, I can dig it.
You should be allowed to sing a line or two, or just chorus and then stop and not the entire song. Yeah, you could probably get away with it, but then again, the case that just settled, that was from 2007.
Yes, the Prince song.
Right.
Yes.
Fucking stupid.
Yeah. Actually, I would disagree, D-Man. I think you should be able to sing the whole song.
I think you should be able to sing the whole song.
Yes. I don't know if you should be able to, like, bring it up on iTunes and hit the play button.
Right.
And put that on YouTube. But that, I don't know. Well, personally, I think that should be legal. But that would require some legislation.
I just think music and games go hand in hand.
I mean, I would agree.
Like when
in my very biased opinion, I would agree.
When I play games, I typically play my own music in the background. Like I constantly have iTunes running or something like that. Like I'm not saying like I'm not saying like playing a game and listening to the game soundtrack. Yeah. That's also great. There's a lot of games that have amazing soundtracks. I'm saying like sometimes I just mute the game volume in itself and just pop on some music and just go
that's
on
legit.
with it. I mean, Diablo is one of those things where I cut off all the sound of the game except for my body being crushed, and then I just turn up some music, and then that's what makes it great. Yeah. So
that's legit. That's legit.
And I unfortunately cannot stream Diablo for that reason. I'm just kidding.
And that's the thing too, is that when I've thought about that same thing where it's like, depending on what I want to stream, I have to alter my settings accordingly, because if I wanted to post it to YouTube, like, if something cool happens and I wanted to post a highlight, then, oh, well, shit, I've been listening to music, so I can't, so.
Right.
Either mute it or just fucking deal with it.
Yep.
So, the struggle is real.
But yeah, in general, I think Twitch TV is miles ahead of YouTube Gaming.
I do too. I think it would take some pretty significant rework on YouTube's end. And by rework, I mean for them to just man the fuck up and admit that content ID is a mistake.
Yes.
But I don't think that's going to happen.
Too many...
Or at least real-time content ID.
Too many people like to sue. Like
to
make lawsuits. So.
They do, and I have no doubt that there's, there are those that have a lot of money that lobby to Google to say, like, hey man, if you keep this up, then we'll keep you going. So, I mean, and, the hippie developer shithead in me, like, douchebag, in me would, like, that voice says, like, oh, that's so evil, corporation, ew, gross. But on the other hand, that's just how the fucking world works.
Yep.
If it weren't for stuff like that, we may not even have Google, so...
This is true.
We should be grateful at least that we've at least gotten to this point. So we're allowed to criticize it, but we're limited on what we can expect.
Yeah.
So within reasonable bounds at least. Not.
Oh, jeez.
I see we are 5 minutes past the hour, so
right.
we've actually got still a bevy of topics. We'll sim for next week. And
we will indeed. We got quite a bit.
We do. Our backlog's
now filling back up.
Filling back up, baby. Which I'm fine with.
Yeah.
Totally I always hate to feel like we're rushing through topics. I like to just take our time.
Yep.
You know, just let it happen.
Yeah, I in no way let you rush through topics at all. I think.
Sometimes I get excited.
Right, like sometimes we each have our own moments where we talk for 20 minutes on just eventually I'll need a glass of water, I'll start just downing it.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, no. I love this stream though. I love doing it, and so it's always fun every week. I enjoy it. So
good shit.
And thanks everyone for coming out and chatting, and we'll definitely see you all next week.
Yeah, I noticed at one point we had matched our record with 8 viewers at one point at the peak. So we've re-hit the high point, which is exciting.
Awesome.
So now we just gotta cross in that 9 territory and eventual double digits, baby. Woo!
Great.
Get hype.
Get hype.
Get that hype. Get that hype. Achieve it. But yeah, thanks for joining, guys. The first song that we played for you was by an artist by Scattle, who had contributed to the Hotline Miami soundtrack. So for something completely different, we'll leave you with an artist that I know D-Man is familiar with, called Perturbator, who also contributed to the Hotline Miami soundtrack. I fucking love that game. If you haven't heard. Come on, double digits. Exactly. I'm excited.
Yes.
But all right. See you next week. Here's some Perturbator.
Have a good one, guys.
And loading screen. And mute microphone.